All right, guys, thanks for taking the time out of your Thursday evening to hop on our call. I really, really appreciate it. This will be our new call time until further notice. I like having the calls a little later in the week. It was really hard for me to start my week off on Mondays so late in the afternoon. I'm a morning person, and to not get to work on a Monday until like 3 o'clock was really hurting me. So we're doing our calls a little later in the week now, and we're going to see how it goes. And I really like later calls. So in the week, but Thursdays 8:30 will be our ongoing call time, so be sure to hop on there. A few announcements first. Your topic today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about adding value, and this was inspired from Anita Myron's National Wake Up Call on Monday. So if you heard that, it's never bad to hear the same thing twice, especially in this business. You're going to take something else out of it. If you haven't listened to her National Wake Up Call yet from Monday, I highly encourage you to do so. She is one of the coaches that I look up to a lot in this business. We have a similar story. And so I relate to her quite a bit. What she has to offer really resonates with me. And she had some great tips about adding value to your social media. And this is or adding value to your business to attract people to come join you. And I wanted to make sure that I reiterated what she said on that National Wake Up Call to all of you tonight. But before we get started, let's go ahead and go over just a few announcements, and then we'll really get into the meat of our call. So first up, some important dates. September 19th, I have my next challenge group beginning. I will be doing that in the Challenge Tracker app. If you have not used the Challenge Tracker app, guys, take the leap and just do it. It's so much better. It's like a breath of fresh air. The distractions are gone from Facebook. It's so much easier on our challengers to really be attentive, to really be active in the challenge groups. It is so much easier on them. So make sure you are utilizing those tools because it's a great resource for us to use. September 26th is when I have our 3-day sneak peek labeled and ready to go. We will be doing that. I'm not sure how yet. We're going to do another 3-day sneak peek. I don't know if I'm going to do an event or a group. I might do a group. I'm not sure. And then September 28th, I have our business opportunity call scheduled for 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Coach Basics starting the following Monday. Okay, so that is the month in review. Remember, all of these resources are in our cover photo. In the team page, if you click on that cover photo, there are lots of resources for you to utilize. Check that out. A link generator is in there. Our team calendar, how to sign somebody up, some really great Google Docs. I hate how Facebook changed their docs and groups to look at them. They're horrible. I hate how it spreads everything out. It's too big. So I will not be utilizing them anymore. We came up with a new way to do it. So everything is hyperlinked in that cover photo to Google Docs, Google Forms. Make sure you utilize that. And then also you can once you open up those Google Docs in your Gmail, your doc setting, they're there. And then you can access them from your phone, from the app, whatever you want to do. All right, September promos, they're exactly the same as the August promos, and that is fantastic. I was actually shocked that they did this, and I was so happy that they did this. Some great promotions, guys, going on. So make sure that you are leading with these. I mean, this is pretty much everything that I lead with anyway, and the fact that it's on sale is just an added bonus. So make sure you're talking about these, not blatantly out in the air about it, but lead with these as you're talking to people. I always send people the breakdown with the sale price, and then I always say afterwards, this is normally $160 and it's on sale this month for $140. Let them know that they're getting a deal, because I'm a bargain shopper and I love getting a good deal on something. So make sure you share that with people as you're doing that. I wanted to make sure that I shouted out our month last month for August. We had a great August on Classically Fit. We had lots of rank advancements. I saw lots of green in our team page, which is great. Lots of emeralds. We also had a great month with over 100 lives changed for the month. So this is phenomenal. And what is great is I know so many of you are pushing so hard at the end of last month to reach your Success Club goals. We're all month long. And really, guys, what you do this month is going to affect your business next month. So if you were very consistent last month, if you really pushed hard, you're going to reap the benefits of that this month. Still push, still be consistent, because then you'll always have that water coming from your well. This business is a lot like a well. If you've read The Compound Effect, you've heard this quote, where you have to pump a lot at first to get just a little bit of water, and then you can pump less and less and get a lot of water in return, okay? So this business is very much like a well, so make sure you're continuously pumping that well to get the benefits to reap in this business. So great job in August. I know September is going to be even better, and I'm really excited for what the new month has to offer. Another shout out to our leadership ladder. If you aren't familiar with the leadership ladder, this is a great way to measure the growth in your business and in your team. So big shout out to our team leaders, our team builders, and our business starters. A couple people I want to recognize. Brooke, it's her first time as a team builder, so great job, Brooke. Our business starters, their first time as business starters is Mary Harper, Frances Duloc, Rachel Miller, Danielle Birch, and Alicia Gephardt and Andrea Smith. They are all first-time business starters. So great job, ladies. I know that this month we're going to have even more business starters, and I'm really hoping to pop a few more team builders and team leaders there. So if you are unfamiliar with this, talk to your upline coach. I know that we have old calls in our file section about the leadership ladder. They're on my YouTube channel. You can go check them out on there, but educate yourself on the leadership ladder. It's a great way to really focus and grow your business. So great job, leaders, in the month of August. All right. Any questions for me on announcements before we kind of get into the meat of our call at all? All right, let me stop my screen share because I don't have PowerPoint slides for you. So the meat of our call tonight was all about adding value. And I actually really, really liked this National Wake Up Call topic. I listened to it 2 or 3 times actually from Anita. And, you know, if you don't know Anita's story, she's been through quite a bit in this past year. I won't go into details because it's not my story to tell. You can go, you know, watch her social media. She tells her story very, very clearly and very well. But for her to be able to still add value to others' lives with what she has gone through is really a testimony to her as a person, and also her credibility and her dedication to growing her business. So whenever you are going about your business, we as coaches need to add value to people's lives if we expect to get anything in return from anybody. Okay? And the biggest question that you need to ask yourselves if you feel like you're in a rut, if you feel like you are struggling, is, do you feel like you are adding value to people? All right. That is so key to your success in this business. Are you conveying a story? Are people coming to your page to be inspired? Do they feel like they can relate to you? All of those things. You have to think about that as you go through. So the number one way to build success is to add value into people's lives. And let's talk about a few ways that we can do that. She gave us 5 tips on that call, and I'm going to relay them to you again for you to listen to. And you can always go back and listen to her call as well on the podcast or in your back office. The first thing she said was to work on you. That is the biggest way to add value into your social media posts. I can tell from every single person on this call through their social media posts if their personal development game is on point or if it is not, okay? When your personal development game is on point, your smile is bigger, it's genuine in your pictures, and you have something to say that has value for others. You have some piece of advice to give them because you've been impacted by personal development. It has benefited you in some way, all right? You also have to share how personal development has changed. You don't have to say, today in my personal development, this is what I learned and this is how I am changed. That's very 3rd grade, okay? You need to think a little bit deeper, and you need to think of, you know, just sharing your story. Remember, you have to constantly paint that picture of where you were, where you are now, and where you want to go. Okay, constantly in everything, whether it's, I couldn't do 1 push-up the day I started. Now I just hammered out 15 push-ups on my toes. That's talking about where you were, where you are now, and then you tag on where you want to go later on, okay? But in order to attract those who want changed, who want to be changed, you have to talk about your own change and your own journey and your own transformation. And guys, that starts with your personal development. That personal development is going to affect everything in your life, from your own mental state, from your family, from the way you view everything about your day, okay? So take the time to invest in yourself if you want others to invest in you. I promise you it will not disappoint, okay? They have to be able to work with somebody who's changing themselves in order if they want to be changed. Second thing, you have to do a program from start to finish, okay? Over and over and over again. And you have to share your journey as you go through that program, from the nutrition piece to the exercise piece to your sweaty selfies to your journey, how you struggle, how you did great, you know, where you started, where you are at in the middle, and where you are at the end, constantly painting that picture over and over and over again. And the more you do it, the more confident you get. Because guys, these programs work, and we know they work, okay? And if you stick to them and you do them from start to finish, you're going to see some type of results. Whether it's a physical transformation, whether it's a mental transformation, you talk about it, all right? You need to show you, and I can't stress that enough. Don't just put a bag of Shakeology up on your wall. Put a picture of you there. People are not buying into these products. They're buying into you and the story that you're sharing with them. Case in point, I'm actually in the process of chatting with somebody who's followed my like page for a year. 1 year she has followed my like page, and we have finally started to chat. She's commented on my stuff. She's liked my stuff constantly. And she finally messaged me for more information about a challenge group. She's a mom. She relates to my story. Her husband is gone a lot. That is what I portray on my social media, and it spoke to her. She sees how I'm changing, and she wants that change as well. Okay? So you have to share your story because you're going to attract people. It might take a year or over a year, but you will attract people, okay? Remember, facts tell, but stories sell. Share your journey. Share how it is affecting your life, all right? Next tip, be a value-producing machine. Think about who you follow on social media, okay? I love to follow like HGTV stars like Chip and Joanna Gaines. I love Tarek and Christina. If you ever watched their show on HGTV, the Flip or Flop show, like I love to follow them on social media because they not only give you great like house tips, but they give you sneak peeks of their life. So think about things that you would want to go and research, okay? I want some healthy family-friendly recipes. I want ways to get my kids to calm down. I want tricks to get my kids to sleep through the night. Like I want a little bit of mom humor on my wall. You know, what do you go to Pinterest to search for fun? Is it fashion? Is it makeup? Is it, you know, crock-pot recipes? Whatever you're searching and browsing on Pinterest, guys, that's what people want to come to your page to look at. So think about that as you're going through things. Your audience should not just know you as Chelsea the Beachbody Coach. They should know something else about you too, okay? If you're really good at organization, you need to share that on your social media. If you're really good at decorating, you need to share that on your social media because that's going to appeal to people. You need to give them something to come back to, okay? So maybe you had a really great date night with your spouse. Share that on your social media. Maybe you share what you got at the grocery store. I love doing live videos of my grocery haul. I love doing that, okay? What did I get? What are the staples in my pantry? How do I meal prep? Those are fantastic live videos. That's what people want to know about, right? And you guys have to be a page, a social media that somebody wants to return to and that people want to refer their friends to, right? If you haven't already followed this person, follow them. I really encourage you, if you're on the like page scene, I really encourage you to follow some other like pages that are not Beachbody coaches, that are just successful people. Because here's a clear indicator. If they are a like page that has like 5,000 to 10,000 plus followers, they're not just an everyday person. They're selling something, and they're selling some type of product, and people are buying into it because they're buying into them. So encourage you to follow people who are not Beachbody coaches on social media. For example, I love this one author who, her name is Bumney Lideton, I think, and she writes these books about toddlers, and she's hilarious, okay? And I always ask myself, what makes me want to go to her page? Well, I like to laugh. I like that she shares humor about her day when her kids do something crazy, okay? It makes me want to purchase her books because I know that that same humor is going to be there. All right. I also love to follow Scary Mommy on Facebook because her posts are also really, really funny. Okay. It talks about my life. It makes it relatable. But then she also puts really great things in there on like ways to love your spouse and like, when you know you're appreciated, like those types of things that are just, they speak to me. So I want you guys to research some different like pages on social media that are not Beachbody related, that are just successful entrepreneurs, okay? Because I guarantee if they're on Instagram and they have like 10,000 followers, they're not just really good at taking vintage pictures. They're selling something, okay? And they have mastered attraction marketing. So expand your horizons and see how other people are adding value to their page. So when you go and look at them and you're like, oh my gosh, this got shared 25 times. This has 37 comments. Why? What made this post get that type of interaction? And think about it that way. Was it reasonable? Was it something that added value to those people's lives? Think about that as you go through things, okay? So be a value producing machine and observe other types of pages other than social media. Anita didn't say that. That was just my own little thing in there for you guys to take from. Next thing, number 4, offer free groups. I just started my first free group this month. It's a Crock-Pot group. I'll be doing them monthly from here on out. I'm using Katie Ersta's technique that she did on the Dream Team call. I think it was about a month ago. I'll post that call in our team page for you to listen to. But it's a great way to get some traction on your like page or just get some trust from your customers. And what's great about that is it allows you to build trust with people, allows you to build relationships with people without any pressure, right? It's free, but just because it's free, it doesn't mean that the value is low, okay? Free does not equal low value. In your free groups, you put just as much, if not more, emphasis on adding value to people's lives because it shows them you're credible as a source and it builds that trust with people, okay? And this is a great way to have people come join you, get those relationships built without them having to do any type of commitment, all right? It adds value to their life. If you're doing this business correctly, you're adding value to people's lives and not expecting anything in return. That's just being a good person, right? So if you're doing the right thing, if you're adding value to people's lives, you're adding things and you're not expecting anything in return. Okay, that's when you're going to have success in this business. That doesn't mean be walked all over, okay? But that means add value to people's lives and don't expect a challenge pack sale out of it every single time. Do it because it feels good to add value to people's lives and know that that will come full circle later on. Number 5, okay? You need to make sure you're having a value-added experience for your challengers in your challenge group, okay? That means you don't, I love the saying, our job is not over when our challenge pack sale goes through. Our job has just begun as coaches. We need to make sure that they have success with their program. We promise them that. We promise them recipes. We promise them one-on-one support. We promise them help with meal planning. And we need to make sure we follow through with that. Because if you provide an amazing value-added challenge group experience, you are going to attract coaches to your team. They're going to have a great experience and they're going to be more willing to do what you do as a coach because you gave them an amazing experience. Is every challenger going to turn into a coach? No. Okay. But many do if you provide an amazing experience for them. Okay. So those are the 5 tips. Let me just run through them real quick again. Number 1 was work on you. Personal development is key and you have to share it. You have to do a program from start to finish. And when you finish it, you do it again or you pick up a new program and work through it start to finish and document your journey. Number 3, you need to be a value-producing machine. Add value to people's lives. Don't just post to post. Make sure it's adding value to people's lives. And I want you to research other things. Why did that post speak to you? How did this add value to my life? And don't copy it word for word, but get ideas about how you can post on your social media. Number 4, offer free groups. They're so key to guys. They're so key. And they don't have to be long. My group is going till tomorrow. It's 5 days, and I'm in there. I'm building relationships with people. I'm giving them recipes, expecting nothing in return besides great conversation and them trying these recipes and loving them. Okay? A value-added experience for your challengers. So crucial to keep them plugged in and keep them engaged in their challenge group as you promised them that you would. Okay? I know that, well, I'm looking at the clock. This is like a super quick call. Do you guys have any questions for me about anything? If you listen to Anita's call, do you have anything to add about it?
I haven't listened yet, but I need to.
It was a great call. I think it was this past Mondays. It was really, really good. It's quick. National wake-up calls are always really quick, and I always fast forward through the beginning part through all the recognition, unless I know it's somebody is being recognized that I know. I like to hear their name, but I always fast forward through that and then just go right to the meat of the call. And it's very good. It was a good call. So best piece of advice, though, guys, is go follow entrepreneurs. Don't just follow Beachbody coaches. Right? Because Beachbody coaches, you can fall victim to the comparison game very, very easily. But if you're following an entrepreneur that has nothing to do with your field, whatever, you're not directly affected by them. Okay. So that's a good piece of advice. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I will not keep you. I will post the call for Katie Ersta's free group, how she does them, along with this call recording in our team page. Have a great rest of your night, guys. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, bye.